That's not the way it is with our kids or our wives or our girlfriends or whatever it might be. Right. Don't have your wife and your girlfriend at the track at the same time. Not a good
That's
idea.
Super awkward,
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. Kind of doubling back to your remarks on being the owner and operator, a businessman. EPIC, acronym for every product is custom. You've been in business a good number of years, and you've been through economic cycles, changing in times of racing and stuff like that, and you are able to kind of have a finger on the pulse of the racing industry. And on that note, when you're able to pull the trigger on doing these sales, it's just good business practice, and you have kind of the power to control that sort of thing. And it's a decision of, okay, we're going to give up a little on the profit margin in order to sell more. So I mean, you're doing. You're creating networks, as you say, and you never, ever stop doing that.
Right. And we know that not every team business partner has the same budget as the one beside them. But I also know that with a bit of creativity, any person can get into a custom suit. They can.
That's true.
We will make it work one way or another. Yeah. We're adaptive. We will listen to what you need, and we can see how you can help us, and we will make that happen. You talk about going through different times. We went through COVID where racing was at a minimum. Yep. We deal with NASCAR teams in the States, so we had some things going on, but there weren't any fans.
Yeah.
Fortunately, they were still on TV. They still needed their crew shirts. But ironically, people didn't realize we did this. We won another award in the United States in NASCAR for the best appearing mask during COVID.
Oh, wow. Yeah, nice.
BJ McLeod, actually, his team, they had gator masks. And during COVID, we weren't selling to the same extent as we would in a normal year. We sold 100,000 plus masks in a year. Custom masks. We did the Toronto Fire Department. We did the Brampton Fire Department. We did the police. We did the women's shelters. We did local businesses, and we did race teams as well. So outside of racing, we're a lot larger outside of racing than we are inside of racing. We're a promotional products company and a branding company with a passion for racing.
I'm glad you touched on that, Dan, because you are bigger than the racing community itself, and you have the ability to do a lot of things in-house.
Yes, there isn't anything branded that we can't provide. If we aren't doing it ourselves, we have enough partners that it's going to get done anyways. We put deals together each and every day where people will ask for the most obscure thing that we don't directly sell, but we'll provide it to you as part of the package.
Yep.
Because we're that well connected with anybody and everybody. I mean, virtually every tent in this building was through our business. So we have relationships with all of those businesses as well. So if you need something from them, you can probably still get it from us. You know what I mean? So we're very versatile, and we're a one-stop shop for anything and everything.
Well, that's a pretty damn good way to tout it, Dan.
Yeah.
It's great to see, and just going back to COVID, it seems like so long ago, but at the same time, that was something, like we were talking about cycles, that was never in the cycle before. Nope. So I mean, you're talking about diversifying and like seizing an opportunity to like find a source of revenue.
Yep.
Way to jump on it.
Yeah, we had to, it just made sense.
Yeah.
We're marketing professionals. We see where there's a gap and we fill that void. I also didn't want to have to let anybody go.
Right.
Yeah,
you're a boss. You're an employer.
Yeah, there are other guys. They have families to look after, as do I.
Yep.
Right. So we were able to skate through that and move forward. It was good.
And now we're into. It feels like what you started at the top of this interview. It's been a busy weekend. It's been good for business, obviously. What do you feel is kind of down the pipe for the season? Like, if this is any gauge, I feel like there's a lot of hype for this year. Expenses are going to be what they are, gas getting to the track and that sort of stuff. Take the politics out of it. The hype and everything surrounding this season seems very good.
Yes. So we started working with the NHRA 3 years ago, I guess. and I had never been to a straight line track in my life. I've only now been to apparently the 2 largest and best straight line races in the world.
Man, that shakes your rib cage.
Oh,
those
it's
things, eh?
incredible. The 4 wide nationals at Charlotte, and then the U.S. nationals at Indy. And fortunately, with us on our partnership, we're able to watch the racing at the start line. There's nothing like it. The first time that I was at the start line, I didn't have ear protection on, and the burnout, I'm telling you, the noise went in both ears and touched in the middle. I thought there was blood coming out my eyes. It was not cool. But those are the most incredible, powerful machines I have ever seen. So my excitement this year has an extra revitalization to it. NHRA, IHRA, we work with everybody. I mean, I don't think they always necessarily are the best of friends,
right.
And that's okay. But we're the best of friends with everybody. You know
that's
what I mean?
That's the way you got to be, or you want to be, for sure.
Yeah, you want to be. And I'm excited. I feel the enthusiasm from the drivers. And yeah, money's tight, but you know what? You don't need groceries this week. You need tires.
Yeah, priorities are a fact, and you just got to get those identified and sort it out. Yeah,
that's right.
And we're going to have definitely sort of, make sure you go to Epic Raceware for all your racing needs this year. Dan Bailey, not Dave, remember that.
Yep.
Make sure you guys go and check them out. Of course, they're the ones that made us look nice and fly, and we really appreciate Dan coming in and
Thank
chatting
you
with
guys.
us.
Thanks a lot, Dan.
Yes, thank you.
Next, we're going to bring on Mac Ingram, SNS ambassador from last year, SNS racer, and we're going to bring on the man himself, the Timidator. Tim Tolton from Full Throttle Motor Speedway is going to come up here, and he's also from the Ontario Sportsman Series and also part of the Blueprints to Burnouts. Is there anything I'm forgetting, Tim? No? Whatever else comes along. So we'll start off with Tim, and we'll talk about first because you guys got the Blueprints to Burnouts program, which you guys are really pushing for this year. And I know Donna's right here, so make sure we'll get all the information correct. But Tim, let's talk about that first and how that's been going.
Okay, well, it's been going way beyond what we ever imagined. It's taken off. There's huge interest in it. I'm not really the best person to speak of it because it wasn't my idea. It was Bobby's. I'm just the guy behind the scenes that tries to get everything organized that everybody needs and the one that has the nervous breakdown all the time.
Hey, that's like you and me right there. I'm the one that has the nervous breakdown, and you got the face right here. And Donna, are we on par right now? Is everything correct? Yes? Okay. All right, so that's it so far. So let's talk about the actual program itself.
Okay, the program is we have 3 of our bone stocks at 3 different schools in the Blue Water School District. And each school has 1 car, and they will be preparing the cars and maintaining the cars. We supply the drivers and anything they need to do what they need to do. Then as the season goes on, those cars will compete against each other and against all the other cars in gathering points. And at the end of the season, there will be a grant coming from the Cadence Ford Sports and Trades Foundation, and how they finish will decide how much of a share of that funding that they get for their schools and their shop classes and their sporting events.
That's pretty damn cool.
Do we know what the schools are? What are the 3 high schools?
You always test my memory.
I'm just
Yes.
I may have gotten a bit of a
I'm going to go the easy way out, and it's Flesherton, Walkerton, and Hanover.
There we go.
They all have names.
Did he pass, Donna? He passed. We got Buddy Mac here as well. And Mac did a great job for us last year, eh, Graydon? How many wins? 2?
Yeah,
2 feature wins.
Flags, eh?
Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
3rd place at Frosttoberfest. Best hair in the business.
Max Flow.
Well, then again, Nathan Detweiler's coming up. He's got pretty good hair, too.
Oh, man, we got lots of flow happening in this.
Yeah, that sucks for us.
Yeah, we're a little
Yeah,
thinner on
we
top.
are.
But hair product and presentation aside, how did it feel about because we know your racing journey. You came from karting. We're a bit of a force to be reckoned with there and that, and then moved to bone stocks through BT Racing, which as we have that common tie. That's kind of where I got into bone stock racing too. And then also kind of tying that in, when I got into high school, they cut a lot of shop classes, so auto shop was never even an option for me. And driving for Tim, it taught me a lot more about cars than what I knew previously. So it's kind of
Oh, you learned real quick.
Yeah, that
Varney's no joke.
But the point being is it's cool for somebody that wished that they got to do that in high school that didn't. Not only are you guys working on cars, you're building race cars. Like that would have hooked. I would have went to a lot more classes if if
I would have showed up
kind
more.
of a
Yeah.
project, right? So that's awesome. I think that's great. And back to you, Mac. It's cool that you went from the karting to, there's no real ladder system or blueprint to a racing
No.
career, but you got into bone stock. So how did that happen?
Well, it was honestly through you guys. I needed a change in my karting program. It wasn't going too well for me, and I asked you guys what I should do, and you pointed me the way at BT Racing. Chris was kind enough to take me in, and 9 races quickly became 18 my first year, and now I'm going into year 3 with those guys.
And Chris himself, I think you and I can both attest to this, is an underrated teacher. From my very first time in the car, going back and looking at the GoPro or the onboard footage from MPWA, Les Entreprises MPWA, just grip on the wheel. Like Chris taught me things about that. He's first looking at you and outside the car and breaks down corners for you and stuff. He's very good at giving that information, right?
Yeah, he really breaks it down a lot, and he especially for early on, he kind of let me work at my own pace. And kind of towards the middle of that first season, he started pushing me a little bit, telling me drive a little deeper, hold it a little tighter on the bottom, get up closer to the wall on the exit, all that.